of ancient time, stood alone, a friend of mine. Reflected by the ever-burning sigh of the God who happened by. And in the dawn there came the song, some sweet lady singing in his ear. Your God has gone, and from now on you'll have to learn to hate the things you fear. We want to know, are we inside the womb of passion plays, and by righteousness consumed, or just in lush contentment of our souls. And so began the age of men, where they left his body in the sand. The glass is raised to a God on high, who smiled upon them from the sky. So take the stage, spin down the ages, loose the passion, spill the rage upon your son, who holds the gun up to your head. The play's begun. Then God the director smells a rat, pulls another rabbit from his hat, sniffs the air and he says, well, that's that, I'm going. The actor's milling helplessly, the script is blowing out to sea. But what the hell, we didn't even pass an audition. The lines you'll have to improvise, the words are written in the eyes of politicians who despise their fathers. And so the play necessitates that all you boys participate in fierce competition to eliminate each other. And groupies on the way to war get to write the next film score. But the rock and roll star knows his glow is really nothing. Men of religion on the make, legend they undertake to make you wise for God's own sake and none other. While ladies get their bedding done to win themselves a bouncing son, but bad girls do it for the fun of just being. And me, I'm here to sing along, and I'm not concerned with the rights and wrongs, just asking questions that belong without an answer. But God is laughing up his sleeve as he pours himself another cup of tea, and he waves goodbye to you and me, at least for now. Meanwhile, back in the year one, when you belonged to no one, you didn't stand a chance, son, if your pants were undone. 'Cause you were bred for humanity and sold to society. One day you'll wake up in the present day, a million generations removed from expectations of being who you really want to be. Skating away, skating away, skating away on the thin ice of the new day. So as you push off from the shore, won't you turn your head once more and make your peace with everyone? For those who choose to stay, who will live just one more day to do the things they should have done. And as you cross the wilderness, suspending in your emptiness, you feel you have to pray, looking for a sign that the universal mind has written you into the passion play. Skating away, Hey, and as you cross the circle line, well, the asphalt creaks behind. You're a rabbit on the run, and the silver splendors fly in the corner of your eye, shining in the setting sun. Well, do you ever get the feeling that the story's too damn real and in the present tense? Or that everybody's on the stage and it seems like you're the only person sitting in the audience. Skating away, skating away, skating away on the thin ice of the new day. Skating away, skating away, skating away. Then the holy film director decides to take a look, refers to the pages of his holy book, sends the warm rain falling from the sky. If you've never been a sailor, better try. 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 If you've never been a sailor, you'd better try. There's a telegram from the writer, but there is no rehearsal. The electrician has been told to make the spotlights brighter. There is one seat in the circle, 500 million in the stalls. Simply everyone will be there, but the safety curtain falls when the bomb that's in the dressing room blows the windows from their frames, and the prompter in his corner is sorry that he came.
Seat in the circle, 500 million in the stalls. Simply everyone will be there.
But the safety curtain falls when the bomb that's in the dressing room blows the windows from their frames, and the prompter in his corner is sorry that he came.
When the bomb that's in the dressing room blows the windows from their frames, and the prompter in his corner is sorry that he came. Did you learn your lines today? Well, there is no rehearsal. The interval will last until the ice cream lady melts away. The 12-piece orchestra are here, but there is no rehearsal. The first violinist's hands are chilled. He's gone deaf in both ears. Well, the scenery is colorful, but the paint is so damn thin. You see the wall behind is crumbling, and the stage door is bricked in. But the audience keep arriving until they're standing in the wings, and we take the final curtain call, and the ceiling crashes in. the stage door to help you find the way in, way out. It's not a sin to be knowing that you don't know. When you breathe your last line, will you make your exit stage left, stage right? When you might decide while there's still time. You have an angel on your shoulder, but you wear the old god's horns. And you dance around the maple while the vicar makes a toast to the pagan celebration and extends an invitation to us all, so he can save us when we fall. Whoa. Who's your leading lady? Will you help to get her off the bus? It's best to pass the test before you get too lazy. Strike up the orchestra, take your cues on the upbeat, speeds down. Anyone who says he doesn't like the sound.
Brainstorming, habit forming, battle warning, weary, winsome actors spewing spineless chilling lines. The critics falling over to tell themselves he's boring and really not an awful lot of fun. Well, who the hell can he be when he's never had VD and he doesn't even sit on toilet seats? Court jesting, never resting, he must be very cunning to assume an air of dignity and bless us all with his oratory prowess, his lame brain antics and his jumping in the air. And every night his acts the same, and so it must be all a game of chess he's playing.
But you're wrong, Steve. You see, it's only solitaire.
Critic of the black and white, it's your first night. The passion play gets in the way, spoils your insight. Tell me how the baby's made, how the lady's laid, why the old dogs howl with sadness.
sister's immaculate virginity wings away on the bony shoulder of a young horse named George, who stole surreptitiously into her geography revision.
The examining body examined her body.
2, 3, 2.
God's favourite rock star this week. And will the front page take him?
The deadline for the headline is the breadline.